There's lots of people chasing the cheap stuff, plenty of buyers in the blue chip, but in this video, we're going to be looking at the middle of the property market in Southeast Queensland with house prices sitting around that $1 million price point or less. The three suburbs we're going to be talking about in this video are doing exactly that, and you may never have even heard of them. Now, we're talking Greater Brisbane here, and this is exactly what we service in the buyers agency. We cover this entire map, down to the Gold Coast, into Logan, into Brisbane, Ipswich, Moreton Bay. We cover those councils, Redlands as well, so 6 councils across Southeast Queensland. Specifically, these suburbs are going to be located north, south, and west in terms of best value sub $1 million at this point in time. In my opinion, they're still relatively affordable, packed full of potential, and could be the right location for you to buy your very next investment property. As always, we need to lay down some groundwork. We need to lay down the rules. So what are those rules for today's video? Sub $1 million median price point, more than 10% growth. So these markets are moving at this point in time. Solid rental return. So ideally, we're still getting that 4% plus yield, which can be difficult if you're buying bigger blocks. High threes are also in there as well. These markets tend to be under 30 days, so it's hot. These markets are moving. These are the hot suburbs. These are not the slow potential suburbs. These are markets that are moving and will continue to move. And these are potentially still flying under the radar, so something to think about moving forward. Let's kick off with Coomera, located on the northern side of the Gold Coast. This area has a lot of infrastructure and growth potential in it. It's got access to the beaches down on the Gold Coast on that northern side of the Goldie. There's also developments happening along the M1. The Coomera Connector is a project you should probably look up and be aware of that has been delayed after, delay and cost after cost, but it's adding value to the area once those projects open up. If we take a look at the data for Coomera, you can see that the median house price is $950,000. And you can see that clear upwards trend at the moment, leading into 2025, up 11.3% in the last 12 months. Really good rental yields, 4.3% for a $950K price is very good because these areas tend to have slightly newer homes. Looking at the data up the top here, you've got 4,109 buyers interested in this location with 372 houses sold. Good days on market around 28 days and 98 houses available. So there's good availability of stock. There's trend of prices moving up. It's still sub $1 million and it's on that northern Gold Coast with infrastructure, with development, with upside potential. So definitely a suburb to have a look at. If you're worried about FOMO, this is definitely a hot suburb at this point in time. A bit of wow factor for you. This is a recent property sale in Coomera that sold for $930,000. And it didn't last long. This property was snapped up quickly. It's got the strong demographic appeal. A lot of families buying in this location. You can see this house was built in underneath, extra rumpus areas and things like that. So if you're looking for a long-term hold and you're looking for quality, certainly an area to have a look at yourself. The next property on our list is located in Ipswich, but right on the border of Brisbane, and that is Coomera. I really love this suburb. I think it's undervalued from my point of view as a buyer's agent and a property investor. And it's a suburb that has those bigger blocks, 800, 900,000 square meter plus blocks, still sub $1 million. As we take a look at the data from Coomera, you can see 885K at the moment. The 5-year median trend is up strongly, up to 14.9% in the last 12 months. Still getting those reasonable rental yields, which is impressive at 4%. Sharp days on market at 21 days. Less housing stock available than Coomera, for example, at 107 sold, and still strong buyer interest. So all the data is pointing towards the demand of this location and driving up of property prices. On screen, you can see a recent sale in Coomera. This was a 1,200 square meter block that sold for $952,000. Again, it's that high set home with the bonus space underneath. Massive block. You could create drivable access down the side here and definitely give room for a secondary dwelling out the back. These are the types of blocks I like with upside potential, value add, strata, development potential in the long term. Whether you realize that potential or not, the fact you control an asset on a scarce resource like a larger block can be value for the right type of buyer. So the land size was that 1,200 and this one did sell for $952K. Now we're moving into a suburb called Capalaba, and this is located in Redlands City Council on the eastern side of Brisbane's CBD. A great area, family friendly, and lots of opportunity in this location, still sub $1 million. And I think this is one of those areas that in the very near future will be $1 million plus for standard houses as a residential home or property investment. It's got decent transport, it's got lifestyle and amenity, and those bigger blocks for quality of life or future development potential. Let's take a look at what the data is telling us. Capella is hot, $954,000 median price point. Again, trending up, although it had some stagnation over the 2022-2023 period. 3.8% rental yield. So as we're getting up in price, we're getting a bit of yield compression. 194 houses sold, crazy short days on market at 14 days, and 45 houses available to purchase in the last month. So there's still some good stock out there that you could potentially be buying in this location. Now, here's a recent sale in Capella that I really like. 1,000 square meter block sold for $920,000. This is a quarter acre. Sub $1 million bucks. You know, not far from the water on Redland Bay, lifestyle train lines nearby, a short drive to a train station, and you're into Brisbane City in half an hour. You're not going to see these homes last long under $1 million, and this is our expectation. You're not going to be getting these rental yields or price points in the near future, so buy with the long-term fundamentals, hold these good quality blocks, landlocked locations, Bayside lifestyle for that gentrification and for that growth over the next decade. And if you want help buying here in Southeast Queensland, you can see our buyer's agent process and pricing and book in a free 20-minute chat with myself at purposeproperty.com.au. So head over to our website for that information. Another great video breaking down 3 hotspot suburbs sub $1 million. I'm pumped about these locations and their potential. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these suburbs do you think is the pick at sub $1 million? Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.